Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. You're listening to us on WUAT Radio and watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber TV, and watching us on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Get on there, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It is helpful. So that's why we say that. We say this to you guys, or try to remember to say it all. Sometimes I think I forget some of the things to say.
It takes a little time to do what you ask.
Yeah. But we appreciate all the ones that have been doing that. Big thank you for that, for sure. And you can watch all the original shows on Channel 18 on there. If you missed an episode or you've never seen any episode of one of the shows, well, you can binge watch. You watch all of them right there on the playlist. Papa, let's see. What did you say today was?
11th.
The 11th, April the 11th. Well, it's a pretty day. It's kind of been stormy looking, and then it'll go back to being pretty, you know?
When I left home, it was 58 degrees.
Yeah, so it's cooled off a little bit then.
Seemed like I left 2 days ago.
Yeah. But I'm not watching the weather, but I hope this rain's gone at least for a little while. I hope it's not supposed to rain again tonight.
Vicky said it stormed yesterday.
It
We
did.
got hail.
Yeah, it did. It came a good storm yesterday, Papa. I heard it hitting because I got 10 roofs. You could hear it hitting. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I know Monday and Tuesday's supposed to be pretty. I did see that on some forecast, so hopefully that remains true. It's time to see the sunlight. It's getting close to springtime. And Papa, as always, we have some events coming up in the next few weeks on into spring. So I guess I'll start it out with all these events. Papa's got some announcements, folks. Some announcements. Billy's got a lot of announcements, but Papa's got some. So let's see, Papa. I gotta make sure though it hasn't been something that's already happened. But these are all. Yeah, here's one for tomorrow. This is a big one. Go to the country breakfast at the Veterans Hall. Theirs will be tomorrow, April the 12th, from 7 to 10 a.m. at the Veterans Hall. Remember, proceeds raised benefits the scholarship fund and the operation of the Veterans Hall. Cumberland Guardrail is the sponsor for the, let's see. Hold up. Okay. The deal thing ran. I was like, whoa, it ain't being canceled, is it? Alright, sorry, folks. Alright, proceeds raised, we'll go to the Veterans Hall. And Cumberland Guardrail is sponsoring the breakfast. Okay, I did say it right. I saw that this canceled, and I thought, oh crap. I just forgot the most important part, but we do need to tell you about this. The Dill Community Center was supposed to host a big breakfast fundraiser on April 12th. However, due to a recent storm, damage to the center's roof, the breakfast has now been canceled. So, sorry about that. Hate to hear that. No, I don't see what you got though. I definitely don't take one away from you. I ain't gonna say it if you already got it. I don't think you do. So Mount Crest, they are having, this is going to be a barbecue pulled pork sandwich dinner, Papa.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, from 4 until 7 p.m. This is today. This is today, folks.
4 to 7?
Yeah. 4 to 7 p.m.
You can eat 3 hours.
Yeah, if you want to.
Good deal.
That's a dang good deal, ain't it? Let's see. They will have a. Well, I've lost my place on it now. Right here, yeah. It's 437. It's at the new fire hall down there by Papa's neck of the woods, and it'll be served in at sea at the fire hall. It says on the intersection of, oh, this is the Mount Crest Fire Hall, so it says at the intersection of State Route 30 and Route 101, west of Pikeville. It's right by Wheeler Elementary School, folks. If you're familiar with Wheeler Mountain at all, like it's literally their closest neighbor. They're right there together. So that's where you'd find this. But and they will have a served in addition to the sandwich are baked beans, coleslaw, potato salad, and dessert. Of course, you gotta have dessert. You can't go without that. It's $10 per plate. Tea and water are available for dine-in, and you remember, proceeds benefit the fire department. So that's what it's for. That's what it's all about. The meal is sponsored by Janine Boynton, one of our sponsors, at the Bledsoe County Courthouse by Registered Deeds. Good job, Janine. And we appreciate you supporting us too. But that sounds like a good event, you know, the barbecue, you know, pulled pork. But it's tonight though, so if you want to go, I know it's short notice, but we might have talked about it a little bit last week. I can't remember on that. But, you know, 4 to 7, that's a long time. So, there'll be plenty of good food at that one. All right, Papa, let's hear some of yours. I'm tired of talking.
We're going to have at the Rescue Squad a pre-sale 3145. That's $45 Boston butts.
Yeah.
$25 smoked bologna. And order now. This is a telephone number. You talk to Clarissa.
Okay.
423-994-8038. And this is what you pick up for the Easter egg hunt. 419 to 12-3. And this is, you pick them up at the Pikeville ball field.
Okay, yeah, that's right, they're doing one out there for the first time. This is like the first time they've done that at the ball field, you know.
They tell you where to pick them up.
Wow.
Fall Creek Falls Fire Department is having breakfast, not this Saturday, but the 26th.
Okay.
That'll be 2 weeks.
It'll be good, folks.
7 to 10, and it's at 30 West. This is what's on the menu. Biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, hash brown potatoes, waffles with fruit toppings.
Even better.
You'll get a bowl of fruit, bacon, sausage, country ham, fried bologna for meat. Then you'll have for beverages, orange juice, coffee, milk, and water. This costs $10 per person, except if you're 10 years old, you don't have to pay.
Wow.
That's a good deal. The Vape and Smoke Shop up here on 3351 Main Street. They give you a telephone number to call there. It's 423-447-3575. This is, if you use tobacco products, they say they're the best prices in town.
They are, and they're one of our sponsors too. So thank you guys. It's a really nice place in there too. Like, it's just a cool looking store, a clean, new, cool looking store. You know what I mean?
Well, they
got all kinds of things in there.
Not only do they say they got the cheapest tobacco, they say they got the cheapest beer in town.
Yeah, it says that too.
So
no, I've not heard nobody challenge it, so he might be right.
They have a special right now on nicotine vape. It's buy 2, get 1 free.
Okay.
You can't beat that.
Cannot. No.
So that's all I have.
Okay. Yeah, I make sure it didn't.
Let me have those.
Yes, nothing, but I don't think it did.
Let me have this. Put it with this. Okay. That's all mine.
Okay. Well then, Papa, it's that trivia time.
Already?
Yeah, buddy.
Trivia time.
Trivia time in Tennessee. Never know what you're going to be asking me.
Well, now let me ask you this. In the state of Ohio, they have at least 4 football teams by colleges and universities. Can you name those in Ohio?
Let's see. Ohio State.
Ohio State is number 1, don't you think?
Definitely. Cincinnati.
Wasn't it?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's 2.
Give me a clue.
University of Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be like a mid-major, wouldn't they?
And Xavier.
Xavier, yeah, I remember them, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and that's 2 schools in Cincinnati, Papa.
Now let me ask you this. In California, can you name me 4 schools in California?
Absolutely. Stanford.
Stanford is 1.
UCLA.
UCLA's 2.
USC.
USC is 3.
Hang on. I said Stanford, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I said UCLA.
Yeah.
I said USC.
University of
Oregon.
California.
Come here. Cal Berkeley, yeah.
Okay.
Oregon.
Which state claims Purdue?
That'd be the state of Indiana by Georgia.
Indiana. You got that one right.
I made up for it.
What about Texas? Can you name it?
Oh, wow. How many they got to come up with?
8.
8. Oh, man. Let's see. Obviously, the University of Texas.
This one.
The Longhorns, that's in Austin. Houston.
Houston is 2.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech is 3.
SMU.
That's 4.
Baylor.
Baylor's 5.
TCU.
TCU.
Texas Christian. Did I said Texas A&M yet?
No, that's
Okay, that's one.
one more. Karen had some relatives lived in Texas at El
Paso.
Paso.
So UTEP. Yeah, that'd be
UTEP.
one.
Okay.
Thank you for the clue there. I needed it.
If you're a football player and you're from Penn State, you also, what are you called?
And a Nittany line.
Nittany line.
Penn State Nittany lines.
What state is home to the Knickerbockers?
New York.
New York. Give me 3 Alabama colleges or universities.
You what now? I'm still trying to deep thought, but I totally forgot what you said.
3 Alabama colleges or universities.
I thought you said different states, so I was thinking No wonder that was so hard for me. That would be, well, obviously University of Alabama, Auburn University, and hold up, Birmingham.
Birmingham,
Yeah.
University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Yeah, UAB.
Okay.
I could
Name-
not think of anything. It was
Name
taped up.
four colleges in Tennessee and in Louisiana.
Okay, in Louisiana, LSU,
LSU is one.
Louisiana Tech,
Louisiana Tech,
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Let's see. Louisiana, I mean LSU, Louisiana Tech, New Orleans. But I feel like there's one I'm not thinking about.
At Monroe.
Yep.
That's good, buddy.
Yeah, it
That's
seems
good.
like they're good at
That's good.
softball each year. I think so. Anyway, one of them's called the Raging Cajuns. I think that might be the school we just talked about.
LSU.
Yeah, well, it's like Lafayette would have been one too, or was that the last question I got? Yeah, because they're like a mid-major, but you see them in the playoffs all the time in softball, like they're in the top 10 a lot. So they must be a powerful mid-major. Still must get some really good players. They got a really good coach one.
That's all I have in trivia.
Okay, well those are a little bit easier. The last two were
That was down your alley.
brutal. Yeah,
That
I
was down
know.
your alley. Sports.
And I would have got that. I did not think you said Alabama, and I was thinking, God, how am I going to get this? I'll tell you this thing I thought you said later, but I was going to be able to come up with one, and that was it. I thought I was going to come up with four. I couldn't get past one.
California's rich.
Mm-hmm.
They have several.
That's true. That's true. Well, folks, that's it for trivia this week. But fear not, we'll be right back. After commercial break, we'll have some good old Albertology for you. And sports of all sorts. And it's a lot's going on there, for sure. And also, during Albertology, at the end of Albertology, we'll make Papa tell some of his really good jokes, especially lately. He's been on a roll, like a long roll, about a year's worth. He's been on a roll of the jokes, Papa. So
I get a lot of referrals from people. They tell me jokes to tell on here.
I like that. We might have to tell their names sometime on here. Unless they just don't want it told or something. But all of that is coming up after the commercial break, folks. So stick around and we'll be right back.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world. At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. So what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. Listening to us here on WAT Radio and watching us on Channel 18 BTC Fiber TV and BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us today. And also, we want to thank these special people for sponsoring our show. So, a big thank you to the following people and businesses. We'll start out with Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbridge Insurance. I'm always saying go see Frank, Susan, and especially Sadie. Sadie rules the roost up there. She's a cute dog though, ain't she?
She is.
Okay, and it's Lola's. She's back open right here on Main Street. Lee Station Baptist Church, Bill Wolf. Milldown Outdoor Adventures. Go Nick Rowe Antiques. We told y'all last week that they are back open. As you can tell, they are. So come check it out. They have a little bit of everything. Literally, don't they, Papa?
Literally.
And also Morgan Brothers. Just check out their buffet, folks, if you hadn't already. It's good. You don't have to get the buffet. You can get anything up there if you don't like it. They got good food. And speaking of the Morgan Brothers, you got the Bank Rocker Brewery as well. And I always tell people, if you've not been there yet, you need to go in there and check it out. It's just a relaxed atmosphere, basically. Nope, it's a relaxed atmosphere, basically. And it's just a restaurant, nice restaurant that, has a bar. That's basically it. And they got good food. I like the brewery's food too, Papa. So check both of those places out, folks. And State Farm Insurance by Nick Smith. Right here. So kind of. Is it Cumberland Avenue? Would it be Cumberland Avenue or something else?
Be on the bypass.
Yeah, because he's like right by. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. All right, and I'm trying to make sure I ain't skipping nobody. Did I say Lee Station Baptist Church yet, Papa?
Yeah.
Okay. The Daily Stop, on the bypass.
Yeah.
I always said they have the best chicken in town because it is. It is. So yeah, go check them out. The Daily Stop. And let's see. It's quilting time. Will be our newest neighbor on Cumberland Avenue. Of course, that's replacing the loom, which has been there for
many years.
Yeah, I don't even know how long. 30-something years at least. Maybe more than that.
I doubt it.
You don't think so? See, they're over there. Like I said, it's quilting time now, so I'd like to see the place when they first get finished with all of it, just to see and compare it to how it used to look, And the Lucky Star, I always call them Bledsoe's best kept secret. The Lucky Star, beautiful piece of property. About how long down the road, Papa? 7 maybe?
7 or 8 miles.
7 or 8 miles.
Wouldn't be far.
No, not at all. It's right outside of Pikeville, basically. Easy to find, and I recommend anybody go there.
Oh,
If you ever been,
it's beautiful.
it really is. I'm hoping that's all of mine. Well, obviously, we want to thank Janine Boynton and Lisa Wheeler and Michael Walker.
Yeah.
Thank you guys as well. So, thank you to all of our sponsors, and we love you guys. We appreciate it. Can't do it without them, can we?
Man, that.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for sports?
As ready as I'm gonna be, you know.
Last Saturday, April the 4th, the women's Final Four was whittled down to 2 as South Carolina and Texas collided.
Yeah, I know.
South
Texas
Carolina,
might win.
most of the game had a 13-point average above Texas, and Texas only got 9 points in the third quarter.
Oh man.
9 points. So South Carolina won handily, 74 to 57. So that was half of the Final Four gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now we had UConn and UCLA that were the nightcap,
Mm-hmm.
and UConn won. So it's up to UConn for all the marbles on Sunday, April the 6th.
Yeah, on that one, Papa, UCLA just wasn't. It was their first Final Four, right? I think the nerves got to them. I really do.
Well,
I think they were too
UConn,
nervous, and UConn is out
UConn is, they're good.
They are. Tennessee
good.
beat them, that man.
And they showed
They
it.
seem better.
They showed it playing UCLA, 82 to 59.
Golly day.
Let me tell you, they whipped their opponent that day.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Then on April the 7th, the men played. So of the 2 teams left standing after the Final Four were Florida and Houston.
Yeah.
Florida and Houston. So on CBS at 7 o'clock our time, it was Florida over UCLA, 65 to 63, and it was a good game.
That was it was a lot closer than what we thought it'd be.
Florida came from way behind. I went to bed.
Yeah, I can see why, because it didn't look like they were going to even be competitive in that game.
I left and said, may the best team win. And by golly, Florida came out on top.
Oh no.
So the SEC came from behind to win all the marbles. And then I read in Blitzonian where our local high school team, our Lady Warriors, they've been winning, and
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that. And on Thursday, I watched the round of the Masters golf tournament.
Now that you.
And Rose was on top, followed by Scheffler and McIlroy. That was the 3 that was leading yesterday. But it'd be finished Sunday. I think Joel Sanford goes down there every year.
Yeah, you told me you did.
I think
So you have to ask him and see.
he's just goes down there and works, so he gets to see free golf.
It's funny.
Okay, we're ready for our
Golfing must
average.
be fun.
Ready for average?
Yeah, I guess so. Or we cover everything in sports pretty much, didn't we?
What now?
We cover everything in sports too much. Enough. Didn't
Well,
we?
that's all I've got today. Is
Well, at least the SEC
basketball's
team
over.
won the national championship in men's.
What now?
At least SEC team
Oh,
did
yes.
win, you know, the national championship.
Even though it's Florida.
I know.
Florida is not liked by everyone.
No, they're not. I'm telling you, though, the reason they are so good this year, and I thought they may not be able to be beat because size. They have size at every position. Like, they can match the size to any team's post players, but the difference is they have big guards too, and so it makes it impossible for teams like Tennessee or any team that wants to try to drive the ball in. It's very difficult to do against them. Very difficult.
They found that out.
Yeah, big time.
Okay. In Albertology, Buddy Hackett said this. I don't know if you remember Buddy Hackett or not, but he was a comedian. He said, don't carry a grudge.
I think
While you're carrying the grudge, the other guy's out dancing.
yeah, that's a good way to look at it right there.
Mahatma Gandhi
Makes sense.
said this.
I've not heard of him, I don't think.
The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong.
That's very true.
I never had thought of that. But
It makes sense, though, Papa.
makes sense. Nothing is more humiliating than to see idiots succeed in enterprises we failed at.
You dang right.
Idiots. You may lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can remember one time Pa told me to go water the mules. I was sitting on the mule, and when the mule got down to get the drink of water, I went sliding in the water.
Really?
Okay,
That would not be cool.
that's all that one. You tell me when I need to get starting on the jokes.
Well, some of those are funny, though.
If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way.
I give that one a thumbs up.
The ballot is stronger than the bullet. Abraham Lincoln said that.
Huh.
But he couldn't outrun that bullet that night. He could not outrun that bullet. Never spend your money before you have it. Thomas Jefferson said that.
I think that's very wise.
Most people use a credit card instead of cash. If a man deceives me once, shame on him.
Yeah.
If he deceives me twice, shame on me. In 1910, about 32 million Americans lived on farms. Today, less than 5 million do.
That's hard to
32 down to 5 million.
hear. That's hard to hear.
You remember Ulysses S. Grant? He said on April the 14th, 1865, Abraham Lincoln invited General Grant and his wife Julia to accompany him and Mrs. Lincoln to Ford's Theater. The Grants declined. That night, of course, Lincoln was assassinated. Had his assassination plot gone according to plan, John Wilkes Booth would have killed not only the president, but a future president as well, Ulysses S. Grant. What about that?
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
That's crazy, Papa. The things we learn on Albertology.
If it weren't for the optimists, the pessimist wouldn't know how happy he is. A pessimist is a man with a difficulty for every solution. A pessimist feels bad when he feels good, for fear he'll feel worse when he feels better. A pessimist is a person to borrow money from. He never expects to be repaid.
Exactly. Well, ain't that the truth?
This is from the Bible, Psalm 41:1. Blessed is he that considereth the poor.
Yeah.
Whatever is small, whatever is well said by another is mine. A certain awkwardness marks the use of borrowed thoughts, but as soon as we have learned what to do with them, they become our own. Act quickly, think slowly. Dig a well before you're thirsty.
That makes sense. Complete sense.
I think we better do some jokes.
Yeah, I'm always ready for some jokes. Some of them were funny though that you did.
A man is sitting at home alone when he hears a knock on the front door. He opens the door to find two sheriff's deputies standing there. He asks if there is a problem. One of the deputies said if he is married. He says, yes, I am. The deputy then asks him to see a picture of his wife. He gets one and hands it over to him. The deputy says, I'm very sorry, sir, but it looks like your wife's been hit by a truck.
God.
The man replies, I know, but she has a great personality, is an excellent cook, and I love her. Says she's been hit by a truck.
Yeah, I mean, your mom, yeah.
Remember, once you get over the hill, you'll begin to pick up speed.
Yeah.
If it weren't for stress, I wouldn't have any energy at all.
Boy, ain't that the truth?
Opportunities always look bigger than going than coming.
Boy, and that's true too.
Middle age is when broadness of the mind and narrowness of the waist change places. Learn from the mistakes of others. Trust me, you can't live long enough to make them all by yourself. Everyone is entitled to my opinion. You seem to have more than the average share of intelligence for a man of your background, sneered the lawyer at a witness on the stand. This is what the witness replied. If I wasn't under oath, I would return that compliment. Life's golden age is when the kids are too old to need babysitters and too young to borrow the family car.
That's a good one right there.
Listen to this. Listen to this one. Eat a live toad first thing in the morning, and nothing worse than can happen to you all day long. You eat a live toad frog?
What do you say?
The best way to keep kids at home
Oh.
is to make home a pleasant atmosphere and let the air out of their tires. Listen to this. I'm 2 months pregnant now. When will my baby move? With any luck, right after college. Is that enough jokes?
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Well, let me tell you one more.
Alright.
This is a story from a Kansas State Highway Patrol officer. I pulled an elderly lady over the other day for speeding on 166 eastbound at mile marker 73. I asked for her driver's license, her registration, and proof of insurance. She took out all the required information and handed it to me with the other papers. I was somewhat surprised to see she had a concealed carry permit.
Yeah,
I asked her if she had a weapon in her possession at this time. She said she had a .45 automatic in her glove box. Something made me want to ask if she had any other firearms in the car. And she said, I've got a 9mm Glock in the center console. Is that it? Well, she said, I have one more, a .38 Special in my purse. Then I asked her what she was afraid of. She looked me right in the eye and she said, Not a dang thing. You're asleep.
No, I was doing this right here.
I thought that was pretty.
No, I was thinking deep thought on that one. I missed the first part of it, so that's why. So tell a different one where I can hear the first part of it.
Okay, I don't think about dying. It's the last thing I want to do. That's
One
it.
more.
One more.
That one was good, though.
A doctor told an audience in Florida about the evils of red meat, salt, and sugar. Who can tell me what food causes the most suffering? A 75-year-old man said, wedding cake.
I tell you, the streak just keeps continuing, Papa.
Let me tell you one more.
Okay.
If things improve with age, I'm approaching magnificent. I'm 90 years old and thankful for every day of it.
Oh, that was
Thankful
good.
for every day.
Well, that's good. That's good. 90 going on 70, though. Gotta remember that. That's for sure.
That's it. That's it.
Well, those were good. But I knew it was going to be. Because they have been, like I said, they've been that way for about 5 or 6 months straight, Papa.
Really?
Yeah, you've been on a roll here lately with the comedy, the jokes.
I'm going to pursue that, asking her if I can put that out there about the 3 sweetest words tomorrow's given.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm sure she will.
I think she will.
Me too. Well, folks, we want to thank y'all for joining us today here on the Albert and Billy Show. And we'll see you guys next time. So until then, hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. Have a great weekend and a great week. And we'll see you guys next time. So until then, so long, folks.
See you later.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.